Welcome in. Um, as promised, tonight we're going to do a vision board party. Thank everybody for coming in, and even those that may watch a little bit later, um, welcome to our party. So, okay, I'm still learning. This is my first official live, so bear with me. But anyway, like I said, I want us to manifest our desires for the new year. And the way that I always do my manifestations is through, okay, I think I'm back. Okay. So, like I was saying, I always do a vision board every year, my kids and I. And as I showed y'all in the last video, we start with a poster board. This is huge. I'm not going to leave it this big, so I am going to cut this in half. I did pick out different colors. I have a blue, a red, a lime green, and a purple. Mhm. Also, if you wanted to just write on paper and put it on there, I have that option. I have stickers. Like I said, I have the heart stickers and I have the flower stickers. So I have those. I have some markers in all different colors, just in case you manifest via color. And I also have pencils. I like to sketch on my vision board. So, and I have some scissors here for cutting my board in half or whatever I decide to do. And like I said, my budget was 20 bucks. And I'll show you here. I literally spent less than 10 bucks. Okay. So it doesn't have to be expensive. So the first thing I'll do is I'm gonna pick out my color vision board. Hey y'all, welcome in. Thanks for joining me. I think I'm gonna do green because this year one of my greatest focuses will be on building my finances. So I am gonna start with a green board. I don't want a vision board this huge right now, so I'm gonna cut it in half. And like I said, you don't have to have a poster board. If you don't have a poster board and you want to just use regular paper, that's fine. You can absolutely do that. Um, it's all about the intentions that you set for your board. And don't worry about perfection. It doesn't have to be perfect. I know coming from a Virgo, that's a lot, but it does not have to be perfect. For some reason, I can never cut a straight line. So, yeah. Okay. So, this is what I'm going to use. This will be the size of my vision board. Um, I do like plants, and a big portion of my livelihood comes through plants. So I will be using the plant stickers. I'm also manifesting my husband, so I will be using the heart stickers. I'll have that, and um, I do like things to be a bit organized with pretty much everything that I do. So I will sketch out different areas. Um, So I was looking online before I got on here and I saw some different things. So I'll just Google, let's see. We'll Google blank checks for manifesting. And I'm just gonna show you guys. I like to save money. We're manifesting money, not blowing money. So I always click on free for the free ones to pop up. And then different images will pop up. And as you could, oh, probably can't see it because of the way the screen is, but as you can see, when you Google it, a lot of different blank checks will pop up. Hey, Ducky, welcome in. Thanks for joining. So a lot of different blank checks will pop up, and you can just print one of these. Or if you don't have access to a computer or a printer, that's perfectly fine. You can simply take a piece of paper and you can draw the check out. It's as simple as drawing a rectangle, and you just fill it out just like a regular check would be. You could look at one of the checks on here, and up here you can put the bank name and information, pay to the order of, put your name, and then you put how much you want to manifest. I never put an official number because I don't want to ask for, let's say I manifest 20 bucks, but in reality what was meant for me was 500 bucks. If I put 20 bucks, I limit myself. So I never really put a number. I just put abundance or wealth or whatever it is that I'm manifesting on there. And then you sign it at the bottom. You can put the memo. So let's say you want to pay your car off. So you may decide, okay, well, my car is 3,000 is what I have left. So you may want to put that on there. Or you may put abundance or paid in full. And then for the memo, you can put whatever car is paid off. Or if you want to manifest a car, you can put that you're manifesting that amount for that car. So it's all about your intentions and what you put into it. Okay. Another thing, if you're manifesting, like let's say you have a business and you want to manifest an actual building for that business. Is that Leah? Lee? Hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining. So let's say you want to manifest a building for that business. Shout out to, is that Lee? Lay? Shout out to Walker. Gotcha. So if you want to manifest a certain business, or you may want to manifest a building in a certain area, you can do that as well. You can look online, print out a picture of it. You can print out the map of that area or whatever and add it to your vision board. So it's all about your vision, and don't look at my board and feel like, oh, mine's have to be like hers. That's not true. It's your vision. Whatever you see for your future, that's what you put on your vision board. Um, and it can be something like your health. You may want better health in the future. You may want a spouse in the future. You may want to get rid of your spouse. It's your vision board. Whatever your vision is, put that on your board. No judgment. And once I do my vision board, I like to put it in a space where I can see it every day because I want to keep refreshing it in my mind that this is what I'm manifesting. And I want to keep it covered in my prayers. So, with that said, we're going to get started. Um, I do tend to draw on my board a lot. So, I'm going to start up here in this corner. Um, Like I said, a big portion of my business is dealing with plants. So I like herbs and everything. I do a lot of herbal medicine. Well, herbal supplements. I do a lot of herbal supplements. And what I want to do this year, instead of outsourcing my hey, welcome in. Instead of outsourcing and buying my herbs from other people, I want to grow all of my herbs for my business. So that's going to be the first thing to put on my chart, on my vision board. So what I'll do is, I think I'll start with a sticker. And again, this is all about what you see, what you feel. So I'll start with a sticker. And once I get my sticker on, I'll kind of sketch whatever I feel around it, like they don't want to come out. Even though they're cacti, I kind of like this one right here. This one right here kind of calls out to me, so I'll peel that one off and put it on there. Hey, thanks for joining. How are you? Um, so oh, that's so sweet of you, Haywood. Thanks for coming in and giving me what you call it, like free promotion. So, just in case you want to manifest something a little bit better than that attitude that you have, feel free to stay with us. Hey, Diamond, welcome in. So, I like this one, and I'll use this one to put on, and I'll just place it on there. Doesn't have to be like a perfect placement. So, I'll put that there, and then what I'll do is, I guess, just sketch out abundance. So, see. It was simple. And I just put my abundance on there. And then I'll take my markers and I'll make it a little bit darker. And I do want my business to boom a bit more. So surrounding my business, I'll put dollar signs. And see, and already we've started our vision board. So we'll do that. And oh, 1 second. Let's see. I can still see me. I can still see me. Um, so I'm going to manifest with a green marker. This is how I'll add my money in. So I'm going to draw my check in the green marker. And I'm going to draw it kind of big because I want a big check. And so I drew my big green check and I'm going to fill it out. Open my screen back up so I can see. Um, so at the top, we'll write Bank of Universe. And for the date, I'll just put ASAP because I don't want to rush it. I want it to come whenever it needs to come. And so I'll say for pay to the order of, I'll fill in my name. I'm gonna do that off the screen. And then for the amount, we'll put a space for the number amount, but I'm not gonna put numbers. I'm just gonna put dollar signs. And then we'll put in the amount of, and then we'll leave a long line for that. And then for memo, we'll leave a line there and we'll leave a line for the signature. So this is my check. Um, these are your money sign or sticker I was thinking about drawing. So I drew them on. I am gonna go back and trace them with a green marker or whatever. Maybe you want a rich husband, so you might want to trace yours in red, or maybe you just want a lot of green money, so you might want to trace it in green. So I just bought this pack of markers from the Dollar Tree. You move my camera. Can you have a seat, please? I just bought this big pack of markers from the Dollar Tree. Now I'm crooked. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still learning. And I'm just gonna use the green marker, um, and write it in. So yeah, that's where I got mine from too. Um, it's from the Dollar Tree, and it is a little flimsy, but like I said, I put mines up on the wall. So yeah, you could do You could do like red and green. As a matter of fact, that's a great idea. That's what I'm about to do. So I'm gonna trace my first dollar sign in green, and then I'm gonna do the next one in red, and then I guess I'm gonna do the last one in orange. I know orange has a lot to do with justice, and I want to make sure that my money is coming in honestly, it's coming without any harm to anybody, and it's gonna stick around. So I'm gonna do one in green, one in orange, and I'll do one in red because I also want my husband to come with his own coin. So see, it's all about your vision, whatever you see. So thanks for that tidbit, Diamond. And I'm trying to watch y'all in the chat, but it's not I can't see everything. That's the colors I'm gonna choose, but you choose whatever colors speak to you. And then for my abundance, I'm gonna write that in green. Matter of fact, I'm gonna write it in black because I want it to be bold. Okay, we'll sign it. And for the memo, we'll put no lack. Okay. So, like I said, I'm also manifesting my husband. So I'll use one of these heart stickers. Um, I kind of like this. I kind of like all of them actually. So this one says sweet love, and then there's one over here that says true. So I want my love to be true. Um, so I'm going to use the true love sticker. I kind of like this one up here that say be mine, but I learned when you're manifesting, you have to be very cautious with what you say and how you say it. Because sometimes, God got his own little sense of humor. So I don't want to manifest a be mine and then my husband come in possessive. So I'm gonna put the true down there. So it'll come in true and hopefully he'll tell the truth and things of that nature. If it come off. Oh, it's a whole little sticker. Okay, got it. So that's what we have. I'll put that on. Guess we'll put that down here. So we got the true love sticker on there. And with this red marker, I'm going to, oh, you don't need magazines. Yeah, you could draw your own. I was just going to tell y'all, don't laugh at me. I'm about to draw my husband. Don't laugh at my drawing. It's all about my vision. Okay. So I'm going to draw, actually, I'm going to draw my husband around my heart because I want his heart to be true. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw him. And of course, he's going to be tall, dark, and handsome, 6 feet or greater. And then we're going to draw his neck. And we're going to draw his shoulders. I'm laughing, but don't y'all laugh. And then we're going to draw his long leg. Oh, he looks perfect already. I just said don't laugh at my husband. I'm gonna draw his eyes and his nose, and he's gonna be happy. So we're gonna draw his little smiley face. Give him some ears. I don't know how I want his hair to be just yet. We'll just give him hair for right now. Okay. We gotta give him hands because he needs those hands to go to work. And then we're gonna give him some feet. I think we're gonna put him some steel toe boots on. All right. So I'm not quite finished, but y'all don't laugh at my thing. Hey KP. So yeah, see, I drew my husband. See, he have a big heart. I see y'all laughing. I just told y'all don't laugh at my husband. So see, he have a big heart. He have hands. He have feet. So we're gonna draw him some steel toe boots on there. And so we're gonna put him on a work uniform because we want to make sure that he works and does his part. So we're gonna put him on a work uniform. I just don't know what color just yet. I do believe colors are very important for me, for my vision. So yeah, we're gonna put him on a nice uniform eventually. But yeah, so I wanted to show you guys that it doesn't why it look like you laughing, Diamond. I just said don't laugh. You hate steel toes? Why? Yeah, I love green too. I think green is very important. It's a very important color. Um, but I want y'all to see it doesn't have to cost a lot. It doesn't have to be a lot to do your vision. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's all about the intentions that you put into it. Um, so let's see. We got our coin, we have our business. Oh, I want my kids to do well in school. So what I tend to do, I always do a report card. And I don't know what color to do their report card. I guess I'll do it, maybe do it gray. Okay, so we'll put their report card on here and I just make sure that their grades are there. And I leave a lot of space in between my manifestations because I do go back in and I write notes out so that I know exactly what it is that drawing means. Because my drawings aren't always the best, but I go back in and I write little notes out. See, your picture man look perfect if it look like that. So now we've added our kids into the mix. So I want to make sure that my kids have great grades and they keep up with their schoolwork. So I added them into the mix. And if there's something in particular that my kids are struggling with, I'll write that on here. Like I'll write that particular subject and I'll put improvement or advance or whatever it is that I want to manifest with them. Let's see. Another one of my things that I've been working on is self-love. Um, and for that one, I always use pink. So, hmm, I think I want to strengthen it this time. So I think I want to do pink and green. So I always use, actually, I want this pink instead. I always use pink and I put self-love on my board. Um, Not saying that I don't love myself, but some of the things that I accept lets me know that I don't love myself as much as I should. So that's gonna be one of my greatest manifestations this year is pretty much putting self first and learning to say no to everybody else. Hey Neon, welcome in. Thanks for joining. Um, so for my self-love, you can I like to do bubble letters and I always put a heart in there somewhere, but I'm gonna draw bubble letters for those of you that are thinking, I can't draw, I can't do this. I'm gonna draw bubble letters just to show y'all, even when it's not perfect, it's still perfect. So, um, why would I say that word? Do you want a prize if I say that word? Okay, so then we go up here. I feel like you trolling me. And I am making this one really big because it is um a great big focal point for me. And just like that, we're manifesting something else. So I'll go back in and I'll decorate it. And I love doing bubble letters too. You should do some. So you can add dots. Like I said, I want to kind of strengthen mine. I don't know why, but the green called out to me. I probably need the darker green when I thought of strengthening my self-love. So I'll definitely use my green and do different little designs. You can do a candy cane design, you can draw stars, you can draw hearts, whatever it is that you want to do. You can even do a combination of them all. Um, so like that. It doesn't have to be perfect again. So I do like that. And I'll go back in afterward. I guess I should show y'all one of the like how I do my little writing on. But I always go back in afterwards and I'll just put a little note or like an affirmation. So like for me, one of my toughest things is saying no. Hey Matrix, welcome in. Um he do have ears. Mm. My daughter cooking on 1,000 degrees again. So see his ear right there? So if my throat go to itching, I don't have that stuff. I just, he got ears. I don't want him to be too big because I don't want him to be in everybody's business. But he definitely have ears. I'm gonna make him, let's see, what color should I color his hair? Make his hair brown. So you could tell that. Or maybe I should make his ears brown. You think his hair should? Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. My daughter say make his hair blue. I might do his hair blue because for me, blue represents communication, and I want him to communicate. So that's a great idea. I'm actually going to make his hair blue. So now we got that done. Let me make his hair so Diamond could see that he got hair. And she don't be trying to call my man bald head. It look black on this green board. So now we should be able to see. See, my man got communication here. He got a big old heart. He's true. I still ain't figured out what kind of uniform I'm gonna put on him just yet, but he gonna work. He might be an entrepreneur. He might not wear no uniform, so we gonna see. Might put him in an army uniform, but we'll see. So now I've done my self love drawing, and I typically take an ink pen, but I have pencils this time. Uh-oh, come back, marker. So I'll just write a little affirmation to myself. For me, my biggest thing is saying no. Yeah, he has spikes, but in my heart of hearts, he's gonna have dreads. But I'm not picky as long as he has everything that he has to have. So my biggest thing is I struggle with saying no. Even when it's gonna hurt me, I'll still give in and try to help other people. So around my self-love, I'll write no, period. And the reason I'm writing no, period, is because no is a full sentence. So for me, that reminds me that when I'm practicing self-love, no, period. I don't need an explanation. I don't have to say why the answer is no.
Oh, that makes sense to me. It's like saying you know self-love. How close it is.
So I don't have to say why I'm saying no or anything of that. Right. Stand firm on it. So I'll put no around there. Um, and then I also feel selfish when I put myself before others. So I'll put taking care of self is not being selfish. So that'll be another one of my messages to myself. I probably should have written this in the marker, but I'll go back. And I'm gonna put not in all caps to make sure that I get it. Is not selfish. And I think the most important one for me is you can't pour from an empty cup. I will empty that cup out and still be sitting there thirsty. But when somebody else come along and they want something to drink, I'm steady pouring. You can't pour from an empty cup. Okay. So this is what I have so far for my self-love space. At the top, I have you can't pour from an empty cup. Over here, I have taking care of self is not selfish. I put not in all caps to make sure that I remember. And right here, I have no period because no is a full sentence. Um, so far we have my coin growing. I have my husband on here. I have my kids doing great in their studies. I have my abundance with my herbal business. I have my self love, and I also want my homestead to do really well. Um, my goal this year is not only to grow 90% of my own herbs, but I also want to grow our food. Like the food system is just not what it used to be. And I really don't want to feed that to my kids. So I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and get y'all little chuckles out now. Because when I draw my chicken and I draw my tomatoes and my peppers, I don't want y'all laughing at my stuff, okay? So the first thing I'll do, again, for me, colors are very important, but you don't have to have different colors. You can absolutely use a pencil and crayons or a pencil and coloring pencils, or you could just use a pencil. It's all about what you put into it. So I want to make sure that my soil is healthy. So I'm gonna use brown for my soil, and I'll draw my garden. And I do want a big garden, so I will make it big on here too. And then I'll go back in and draw my rows. And so for my garden, I like to have a ton of tomatoes. My kids love tomatoes, so we always grow tomatoes in our garden. I'm gonna take my dark green marker and I'll draw my depiction of a tomato plant. We draw and we don't judge. Okay. So now, see, we have our little tomato plant. See the little red tomatoes on them? Oh, we'll do that. And I know we have somebody in the chat that like watermelon, so we're gonna make sure that we put a couple of rows of watermelons on there too. And being that watermelons are so healthy for us, we want a lot of those. In my mind, they look so cute, but then when I draw them on paper, something changes. They look like watermelons though. So we got our watermelons, our tomatoes. You ready for the chicken? We want to see you draw your chicken too. Mm. We're definitely gonna grow some eggplants. Eggplants have become one of my favorite veggies. So I grow those every year. My purple marker don't seem to want to work that well. Okay, so we want to make sure that those are nice and plump. Excuse me. Okay, so my marker's not working good, so we'll have light skinned eggplant, but we have some eggplant, some watermelons, and some tomatoes. Eggplants are really good. My grandmother taught me how to make eggplant pizzas, the vegetarian style. It'd be so good. So we like those. And another veggie that I've learned to like, it wasn't this year, it's been a couple of years ago. But oh, thank you. I didn't sneeze. I'm my daughter cooking and she really believed that if you're not sneezing, it's not seasoned. So yeah. um but another thing that I've learned to like is Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. So I'll put some of those on here and It doesn't really matter what veggie you put on here. It's just I like a variety on my stuff. And then sometime I'll go back in and I'll add a little sign at the end, saying what's in each veggie. But let's see, what do I do with my black marker? I don't see that one. Okay, here it is. So I'll make me a little sign at the end of each row that acts as my row planter. And bam. So you could draw a little see the little row planters, then you can draw the little items on there, or you can write them in if you can fit in there. Yeah, so it don't have to be fun. So what are some things that you guys want to manifest? You think that's what that is? I don't think that's what's happening. I think that's just was the cheap brand of markers. I'm surprised this many work because normally there's always a couple of them that don't work. Look like I only got one bad one this time. Oh, that's why I see the top was correct on it. So it dried out. That's why it's dry like that. We only been on for 43 minutes. That's a pretty long time. Okay, so hmm, I think I want my man to wear a button-down shirt. And again, I do think that colors are very important because I want him to communicate so well. I'm gonna put him in a blue button down. So his shirt will be blue. And we're gonna put him some buttons down the middle. So he'll be professional. And then we're gonna put him on some nice blue jeans. My zipper don't quite look like a zipper, but we'll put him some pockets. And then we'll put him a pocket on his shirt. And then it'll have his little logo. Oh, bam, just like that. We've got our husband. He has the blue shirt on. That's for manifesting communication. He got on his jeans. His jeans got his little zipper, his button, and his pockets. And he has a shirt with his logo on it, which means he's probably the boss. So I don't have to worry about him saying, "Oh, I can't get out of work. I'm the boss." I wouldn't ask him to shut his business down for me, but I'm just saying. Um Okay, sounds good. Thanks for joining. um, so he's gonna be the boss. So we put him on a blue shirt. He has his business logo on his shirt, and that's pretty much it. It's not. It doesn't have to be. Thank you. It doesn't have to be a lot. Um, so we started off with. Actually, we started over here. with our abundance. We want the business to grow. Then we added the kids in. We want the kids to prosper in their studies. We added our husband in because we want him to come correct. We have a lot of blue in here because we want him to communicate very well. And we have this big old heart because we want him to be as loving and giving as we are. Self love is huge because that's a huge focus of mine this year. I want to practice that self love a lot more. I have my garden. I'll finish that because I want a huge garden. And I want to grow the majority of my food. So next, I'll just go around and fill in the different spaces, all the blank space, and it don't have to be more manifestations. You can just draw different things, like you may want to draw hearts around or stars or whatever it is that you want. Maybe you want to be a celebrity, to draw you a big star down here. Okay. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It's all about your vision and what speaks to you. Okay. So we've got that done. I do thank y'all for joining me. I had a blast on here with y'all. I was a little nervous getting started because it is my first official live, but I did have a blast with you guys, and I really appreciate y'all for coming in, even if it was just to stop in and say hi or to actually complete your vision board with me. I am going to leave this up so that if you come along later and you decide that you want to do a vision board, you can. Your vision board does not have to be only for the new year. You can do it anytime you get ready. I just wanted to post this before the new year because I know most people, well, I'm not going to say most people, a lot of people come in and they want to do a refresher for the new year. Like they'll have different things that they want to manifest for the new year. They want to release this, they want to stop doing this. You could also put that on here. You may struggle with something such as alcohol or something of that nature. If that's a struggle, you can draw that on your board and you can draw the little cross thing, like you do the circle with a line through it. You can draw that over it. Whatever it is that you want to manifest, you can put that on your vision board. And again, your board doesn't have to be this big. It's all about what you want to manifest in that moment. Um, and what I do as my manifestations come true, I express gratitude for it and I focus heavily on the other things. So your board can be this small if you want it to be this small. It can be the size of a sheet of typing paper. It's all about what you have available. Um, and I did say I'm going to show y'all how to do a digital vision board. So I'll add that in if you want to do a digital one. If my computer comes back on, it went to sleep, it don't want to wake back up. So if you want to do a digital vision board, um, I like to go to Canva. Canva is like one of my favorite things for when I'm doing different projects. So you can go to Canva. Um I'll click on custom size and you can make it whatever size you want it. So this will matter depending on where you're going to put it. If you want to print your vision board, you can do the 8.5 by 11. That's the standard size of a sheet of paper. You can do that one. If you just want to do something on your phone, you can take your they make the fabric rulers or really any ruler. I just like the fabric ruler because I can fold it up, roll it up, put it in my pocket or whatever. So, um, you'll go to Canva and then Once you get to Canva, you'll figure out what you want your background to be. I'm trying to get a head start and then I'll move the computer so that y'all can see it. So I typically go in Canva and then I'll click on um design. So you could do a design and it'll say there's a little box. So you do the design and there's a little box up here that says describe your design idea. So in that little box, I'll type in whatever it is that I'm looking for. And so here we're doing vision boards. So I'll type in vision board and they even show vision board template. So once you type in vision board template, you'll see all these vision boards over here, all the different templates pop up. And I know it's a little hard to see on the screen. Okay, so you'll see all of these little templates pop up. So you can do it that simple. Or you could just take a magazine, an old magazine, cut pictures out of the magazine, and just paste them on a piece of paper. Pictures that you're wishing to manifest. And it doesn't have to be exactly like, let's say you want a 2026 convertible. You can find an old convertible. Put that, take that convertible, cut it out, paste it on your vision board, and then you can write what it is that you want. 2026 red convertible, I don't know, Firebird, whatever it is that you want to manifest. Okay. So it's just that simple. You can do the one in Canva. And once you do the one in Canva, you can print it out. You can leave it as, you can set it as your desktop. Um, and so like with, for example, this is one of the examples that they have in Canva. Mhm. You can go in there and change those pictures out. You can change the words out to make it fit you a little bit better. Okay. So I think that's it. I don't think anyone has any questions. Does anybody have any questions? We'll give it a couple of minutes to see if anybody has a question or comment or need help with anything. And then we'll go ahead and hop off. So we'll stay on until 7 o'clock my time. And if you guys have any questions or anything, my email is in my description box, and you could even comment under the video. I will leave this up so that you can see it whenever you need it. And let's say in the middle of the year, you may decide that you need a refresher. That's totally fine. You can do a refresher. Okay. So you just watch the video, redo the vision board. If you need help with something, I'm available. You can just comment on the video. You can email me or get in touch with me somehow. Okay. So I'll sit here and work while I wait on 7. And if nobody has any questions by 7, then I will go ahead and hop off and see you guys next time. Okay. Yeah, I'm coloring my man pants. So we'll know he has on blue jeans. And I think his steel toe boots will be some Timberlands. So we're gonna use the Timberland color. Do Timberland even make steel toe boots? I don't think they do. But he's gonna have some. Okay. So we'll make his zipper yellow and his pockets will be yellow. And then we'll color him in. Finish working on our self-love. Um, and I think that's going to be it for our self-love. We'll go back in and trace those words. But I think that's it. We've done a really good job with that. So yeah. Oh, another big one that I like to manifest too. I forgot. I love peace. I have been working very, very hard on protecting my peace. So right down here in this corner, I am going to do peace. I'm going to manifest peace. So if that means that I'm staying home or whatever it is that I'm doing, I'm manifesting peace. I need the other purple because this one is not dark enough. Okay, so this one I'll do in bubble letters again. And this may not be how you do bubble letters, but they bubble enough. And damn, just like that, we have our piece. So we're gonna decorate that. And I want my piece to come peacefully. I want it to be wrapped in love. So I am going to use pink to wrap my piece in. We'll add some hearts in there. I actually want peace to be the star of my life. So we're gonna add some stars in there. We want it to come well loved. So we'll add some more hearts in there, and then we'll do some more stripes. And just like that, we've done peace. We're going to manifest our peace. Okay. So I think that's about it. I have reached my 1 hour mark. I said I would stay on for 1 hour. Stop pointing at my husband. He don't like to be pointed at.
What is on like that?
Because he's working. That's muscles. That's not fat. So, um, I do appreciate Hey LT, thanks for joining. Oh, let me show you my vision board. We had a vision board party. So we're manifesting our garden, well, our prosperous garden, our self-love, my husband, my money, my abundance, and my business. My kids are gonna have better grades, and we're manifesting peace. So I was just showing everybody that you don't need a ton of money to do a vision board. You don't need a ton of money to manifest. You can actually manifest with your vision board. So we were doing that. I told myself I would stay on for at least an hour, and I did do my hour. So I really appreciate you guys for coming in, joining me, and actually vision boarding with me. And I look forward to your manifestations coming true in the upcoming year. So I don't have any cute little catchphrases to say when I get ready to get off. So I think that's going to be it. I think I'm going to go ahead and sign out. And again, I appreciate you for being here. And I hope that you return. And I'll see y'all next time. Toodles. As soon as I figure out how to get off.